So this is the energy that I'm coming to the table with is an energy that is of denial and with complete awareness of it. It doesn't feel like ignorance. Well, obviously because I said it's awareness. But I mean it doesn't feel um like you are exuding, I know, I know. I'm just I know, but no. Like, no, not right now. Not I'm not even gonna like it's like I know that I need to take care of it, but no. Or I know I need to decide what to do about it, but no. But no. I know that there are things that I need to do because of it, but no. No. Or I know I shouldn't do it, like, or I should stop, but no. Like it, it's not like it's not an energy of making the decision either way, right? It's just denial, but you recognize it, which doesn't that not make it doesn't that isn't that not denial? Like your awareness of it, isn't that not denial? It's a weird energy. It's it's you're like, no, like I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. Like I'm not even going to resonate with your insinuation that I resonate or not resonate. It's just it's a weird, it's an interesting energy to come to the table with. Okay, so let's see what this message is about, who it's for, all that good stuff. TikTok. Wasting time, too little, too late, dragging their feet in committal, time running out, years gone by with little or no improvement. Fake facade, pretends to be someone they're not, hiding true intentions or emotions, tries to get a rise out of someone sneaky. And then three's a crowd, chooses one over another, abandons responsibilities and obligations, infatuation, has their cake and eats it too. Oh, oh my, oh my. So who is this to you? Because this is not you. This is not you. It's not you. Okay, so we have cards 9, 36, and 8. So the message here is about your denial, right? You see this, you are aware that this is going on, but you are just like, yeah, not today, Satan. Like it's just you know you need to do something about it. Like you need to make a decision here with TikTok. Like you need to make a decision. Not doing anything about it is not making it get any better. The person that you're dealing with is clearly wearing a mask, clearly being fake, fraudulent, and clearly you're not the only one that's involved here. But you knew that. Okay. All right. So first I wanted to know what you have to gain by the denial itself. Because in order to even just okay, so let's first no, let's do shadows first. First, thank you so much for sharing your energy and your story. What are the feelings that are behind this denial? The feelings behind the denial. Right? We have fear of change, and oh my, unspoken words. Fear of change and unspoken words. Okay, so I'm talking to somebody who has been in an established relationship for some time. This is not a we've been dating and we're taking a break while he finds himself or she finds herself. That's not this. This is established. That fear of change doesn't come after 3 months. So I'm tapping into the energy of somebody who is in an established relationship. There is another person involved romantically in your relationship, and your partner is very much not only having an affair, but they are reaping benefit from it in a way that okay, so their other person is not aware of they're gaining from the other person something that you might not be aware of. Of course, the other person is also not aware of it. Okay, let's find your gains first. The viewer with the fear of change and the unspoken words, what are they gaining by what is their perceived gain? Perceived gain by denying that this is a problem or denying this is not a problem because you're just denying it altogether. Like you're aware of it, but you're denying it. I guess that is the, I guess I could stop saying that because it is the definition of denial, isn't it? Otherwise, it would just be unknown. All right. King of Swords. Well, that's an interesting. How is that? Is that a status thing? Like, I'm the truthful one in this relationship. I'm the honest one in this relationship. I'm the. That feels like truth and power. Control by truth and power. Eight of Wands. There's your unspoken words. That might also be change. Okay, what else? What is the clarify the Eight of Wands, please? The Lovers. Yeah, I need one more because that doesn't make any sense. Judgment. Okay, all right. Well, I didn't want to see it that way. Okay, so basically what you're telling me is the benefit to denying it. Did I say denying it or did I say putting up with it? The benefit is basically like you don't have to cut it out, which with the King of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Judgment, like you're not forced here, right? Into the movement of making a choice to end this with judgment. You don't have to talk about it with them. You don't have to highlight the truth. You don't have to do the final call in this relationship. It's just easier all the way around and just deny it. That's what makes me think that you have time invested into this. This is not a 2 week relationship, right? This is in a 3 month relationship. You got some stock here. You got a lot of things you want to say too. And if if you ever wanted to or decided to or whatever, it is going to be a word filled day. Like you have a lot. There's a lot. It's not that this is okay with you by any means. You just maybe you've had like wasted conversations about it. Maybe you don't even want to waste your time with the words. It's not like it's going to change. Not that you want it to change anyway. I mean, not that, but like you don't want to initiate massive change. What I want to know what you want to say. I am dying to know what you want to say. You don't want like a biased deck, you know? Okay. I don't want one that has like shitty things we see during breakups and that's it. Okay. What does the viewer, what are the unspoken words? Okay. It's it's not only that you have things to say. You don't want to open a dialogue because you don't want to. You think you feel like that your person would have a lot to say too, and that makes you scared. You're afraid of what they would say. Oh, but that is part of your denial. That is a big part of why you don't want to bring it up. That kind of, oh, All right. Okay. Okay. That's doable. Like that's doable. That's doable. Okay. All right. What are some of the things that would be said during this conversation? Yeah, we're doing that. We're getting into that. What are things that are going to be said? What are things that could be said? What does the viewer fear might be said? What does the viewer want us? Also, interpretations on both sides, please. I'm putting myself first right now. Is that you or them? I mean, either way, it's a lie. Doesn't matter which side you look at it, unless you make the decision to bring that sword down. Then you would be putting yourself first. Maybe we are better off separated. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Your person already knows that. That's what you don't, that's one thing you don't want to hear. I'm trying to be someone you can trust. That's coming from you. Like you said that. You said that from the very beginning. I said that you said that. It's almost like a method of control in a way. No judgment, only love. I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. That is an energetically true statement. That feels like you in its purest form, in its truest form, in its what do they call that? That's not what they call that. Um, so it was the word that came to the word that was like trying to come through was like unindoctrinated. I don't. That might be. I don't even know what that word means. Unindoctrinated. Indoctrinated. Anyway, it hasn't been like it hasn't been contaminated when your love was not contaminated by action. That was a love like you'd never experienced before. Anything else that would be said? Unspoken words. Please understand that I need space right now and I never want to see you again. You hurt me. Yeah, that's painful. I think that's something that you don't want to hear. I don't think that it's something that you want to say. I think it's something that you don't want to hear. Because here, this almost feels like you are speaking from experience. Your energy is speaking from experience. I'm not the same person. I can't tell what energy signature that is. I don't want to let you go. I miss being with you. Again, so like a lot of these statements, I'm going to have to say that a lot of these statements are based off of memories. Memories or projections into the future. Uh, all of them, except for the one that's just a lie, which is the I'm putting myself first right now. Neither one of you are putting yourself first. I'm afraid for getting I'm afraid for getting too serious. I was hurt before. Speaking in the terms of like uh, open, authentic communication from a vulnerable place, uh, underbelly shown under like showing your underbellies, like the The soft spots, leaving the soft spots open. Okay, I want to know about oh, I said guy. Okay, all right. So I want to know about your dude here. Apparently, I'm talking to a female. Oh yeah, I get now that I think about it. Yeah, like that wouldn't make sense as male anyway. I've never seen a male do that. Yeah, I've never. I actually really haven't seen a lot of people do that. Okay. What do I want to know? Okay, I want to know how they truly feel about their long-standing relationship. I want to know how they truly feel about their long-standing relationship. Okay, well, you're just heard. So let's do this. How do we feel about this? How does the viewers as a person feel about the long-standing relationship? Unsatisfied. They feel unsatisfied. Okay. Anything. Actually, let's grab a card on what exactly they are unsatisfied with. What are they unsatisfied with? The Ten of Pentacles. Oh, there's two cards here. And the Seven of Cups. Oh, what did that say? Something about, yeah, responsibilities and abandons responsibilities and obligations. This Ten of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups. I'm just unsatisfied with our life. Like I'm just unsatisfied. And by presenting life in this way with the Ten of Pentacles, it just shows like stability, legacy, financial obligations, and responsibility. This is your business. This is your home. This is not a home built on fluffy white clouds. This is four walls and a roof and a white picket fence. And like, this is everything. But you know what? It takes, excuse me, to get to everything. And then the Seven of Cups, it's kind of like, you know, I want to go play in options. I don't want the financial responsibilities. I don't want the obligations. I don't want to take care of the roof. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to go play in my other options. Anything else you can tell us about how they were feeling about their long-term relationship or longest standing relationship? Hmm. They are reminiscing over it. Well, what part and at what point of the day? What part are they reminiscing? What part of the day? Like, where's their mind at? One more shuffle. Oh, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so, all right, let's find one more. One more. Thank you. And strength. Okay, so, all right, and then give me one for the time of day. I want to know the time of day when this occurs, when this reminiscing usually occurs. One more. Oh, the Empress. Okay, that's cool. So when they start reminiscing, when they start like looking fondly at this relationship, right? They start thinking about it. There must have been a point in your relationship where you guys really didn't have very much of anything. And you had to rely on each other with this Five of Pentacles. It took great strength, like in unity, for you guys to get through this, um, time of not being able to pay the light bill, not having a place to live, living out of the car, the beginning of starting the business, like whatever it was, or the beginning of buying a house when you had to like eat ramen for, or while you were in college, something like that. Something that took a great deal of effort and camaraderie and um, partnership in order to get through. And you guys were each other's. I'm hearing ride or die, which is funny, but I was going to say like you're there. You were both rocks, right? You were both solid. You were equal and were able to get through it together. You were stronger together. This person reminisces about the times when you were strong in strife. But if you resonate more with ride or die, then you know that. The time of day, it's really interesting. The card that came out is the Empress. So this is card number three in the major arcana. Okay, 3 a.m., 3 p.m. These are the times where the mind is tired and releases the majority of the control, authoritative decision making capabilities. It shifts from logical thought to emotional drive. So, and backwards in the morning. So you wake up. Okay, that's why you like start kind of like fully waking up at 5 in the morning, right? Okay, so let's say that you're a really early riser and you like to be up at 4. Okay, so your body starts waking up around 3. Okay, starts kind of, a lot of people will say that they will wake up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. It's a very spiritual thing. Yeah, pretty much in a way. There's this time. Okay, so I might have that. Okay, so I might have that backwards, or there's something about that that is not quite right, but it is at that time, 3 o'clock. And I know that 3 in the afternoon, you start getting tired. Um, that's like nap time. It's nap time for those of us that are fortunate enough to nap. But that is when your emotions start taking over after the logical mind gets tired, kind of like it stops running the show and the heart takes over. You'll hear in the morning, more people will say, I think. And then as the afternoon progresses, you will hear them say, I feel. Check it out. It's actually really cool. So by the time that your person shifts from logical drive to heart centered drive is when they start reminiscing this relationship. Okay. Three's a crowd, chooses one over another, abandons responsibilities, has their cake and eats it too. That's such a blah. Okay. Do I want to know anything about that? Do you want to know anything about that? What is this person's long term plan with their cake? That's what I want to know. Like, when are they going to finish the cake? What is happening in the mind of the viewer's partner? regarding their third party. And nope. I'm so curious as to what it was though. But no take. Judgment and the star. Remorse. Justice. It actually came out star, judgment, justice. All right, so it really doesn't get any clearer than this, but like you already know all of this stuff. So if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you. Worry about the resonance. Just worry about the resonance. Okay. So when I ask what is the like vision kind of that your person sees for this third party, right? I have the star, judgment, justice. So I was very much getting like things for your person are going to change significantly because they view this new person as they who hung the heavens type of energy, which would leave like a separation for you and this person. And I just wanted to verify it, and I got the card commitment. You know what I do want to know though, what is stopping this person from doing this already? Like what is the benefit of them being with you too? Like why stay with both parties? It's dishonesty. Well, conversation and runner. Did you guys already talk about this? I feel like you already talked about this once. Not that you ever said it was okay, but like, um, irreplaceable and gossip. Runner, irreplaceable and gossip. right. So the best that I can piece this together with the tiny packets of information that I'm being given regarding this is that somebody's status relies or would be negatively impacted on the dissolution between your relationship, which makes me believe that this is a marriage or some other legally binding. No, some inter. Okay, there's something that is especially with justice here. There's some sort of connection that you guys have that even the idea of infidelity is like shameful. Um, something that somebody doesn't want this known because it would negatively impact their image, whether that's with their church or with their business or with their, like, if you're in politics or what your mama thinks or like something, there's a status here, or there's a pretty significant tie in like finances, like um it would be devastating in some way. This is like a mistress type of deal. This is like one of those um yeah, sleeping with their secretary type of deal, right? Sleeping with their secretary, but like they fell in love with the secretary, or if if it, okay, let's say it was not the falling in love part of it. It was that if you are going to end this because of its public nature or because of its damaging effects uh, on a status, whether it's a financial status or a social status, because of the damaging effects, the damage is already done. So he's just going to pull out anyway. That's the energy. That if you destroy that image, there's no reason for him to not just go and commit to Kate. Is her name Candy? We are going to stop there because there is too many cogs to um, get advice that would actually have practical application. We could ask, but I guarantee you that Spirit is going to say something like, love yourself first. You know, love yourself as we love you, which basically means none of this stuff really matters. It's all a game. You should do what's good for your soul. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe, as is your person and your person's cake. You are unconditionally loved by me as well. I trust that this message will get to exactly who it was intended to, and that it is received the best way I could convey it. Until next time, take care of yourself.